What's up, guys? It's Xander here, back with another video, and today we're going to talk about pop stars and racism. So, yesterday, as you guys, most of you probably know, Camila Cabello, or however you say her name, she tweeted an apology for past racist remarks. So we're going to get into that whole situation. But before we do, make sure you guys click that like button, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button so you guys know when I post new content. With that being said, let's dive into the problem with pop stars and racism. Okay, so those of you may or may not know, Camila Cabello went to Twitter yesterday to post like a worded out apology for past remarks. So based on a little bit of digging that I did, a little bit of research, it is actually no surprise to a lot of people that Camila Cabello had been known to say some very racist, discriminatory, stereotypical type of things in her past. There were rumors out there for a while that she called Normani the N-word with the hard ER. And I think what led to this apology recently was her previous Tumblr being leaked. So in that Tumblr, you see all types of stereotypical things. I'll post some photos of some of the stuff that you see. It's very, there's the N-word in there. There's pictures of someone holding a bucket of chicken from a black boy. There's watermelon, all the typical stereotypical stuff that you see when it comes to jokes about black people and black culture. And it is troubling to me. I find it problematic. At this point, I'm just tired. It seems like clockwork, a pop star gets famous and the next thing you know, they're apologizing for racist tweets or racist things being said. So for example, you take Shawn Mendes, her boyfriend, who just recently went to Twitter to do the same thing with an apology. You have Justin Bieber videos out there with him using the hard ER, making jokes and things like that. And at this point, I am just tired. So first thing I'll say, the problem with these note apologies, it's almost as if these pop stars are sharing some apology template, because it's always the same thing. They post it to their Instagram story, they post it to their Twitter, they post it to all their forms of social media. And it's basically just a generic typed out apology about how they've since grown and they weren't sure about, the impact of their words and their actions and things like that. And at this point, I just really don't think that it is a sincere way to apologize. Typically, text in general is not a good way to get a point across because you can't read emotional cues and things like that. But at this point, I'm just really tired of that being the way that people go about apologizing. These pop stars and these celebrities every day are posting videos and pictures and sharing their life and things like that. But when it comes to making an apology, they're very informal about it. They're very nonchalant about it. It's just, me or my publicist will type up a nicely worded letter and upload it to my social media, and that'll be all I say about the situation. And I have a problem with that because I don't feel like that's a sincere apology. And this is by no means hate on Camila Cabello or Justin Bieber or Shawn Mendes, but it is a problem, and it really is hard to feel the sincerity of these apologies when it's just a typed out document. One of the issues that I have with these type of apologies and, the stuff that I keep seeing is that it typically tends to not become an issue until there's heat on it. So you have these celebrities who tweet these things. Justin Bieber at one point was even recorded on video, and they don't really address it until, there's heat for it or until they, are in the public eye. And to some extent, I understand apologizing for it, but I do not like this mentality that, I only have to apologize for it once and, I'm not going to address it until people notice it. I feel like if you're really sincere about something like that, you should address it without people having to tell you to address it. But it seems like people only address these things and apologize when it becomes a hot button issue. And I feel like that is a problem that we are consistently seeing. Additionally, one of the things that I just despise seeing the most is, if you look at, Justin Bieber's apology, Shawn Mendes' apology, Camila Cabello's apology, there's always this, I was young, I was dumb, I didn't know the gravity of my words and things like that. And I think there's something to be said that at 14, 15, 16 years old, these people, these stars were not aware of the gravity of the N-word, the gravity of racism, prejudice, and things like that. You cannot convince me that at that age, you don't know any better. So there's something to be said that all of these apologies make it seem as if there's this enlightenment from age 16 to what Camila Cabello said she was 22, that lets you know that racism is wrong. I mean, we are, for the most part, all of us grew up in, you know, a very open world, the information age. And at this point, unless your parents are just blatantly okay with you being racist or not teaching you that racism is wrong, there is no excuse for not knowing that. There is no, we don't live in a world where the internet is not available. All these pop stars are young enough to where they, you know, they have Black History Month, or, you know, the Americanized version of Black History Month, where the information is out there. You know, they grow up with smartphones, the internet. So you cannot convince me that a 15-year-old Camila Cabello or a 16-year-old Justin Bieber or a 17-year-old Shawn Mendes or however old he was didn't know the gravity of the N-word. It's not going to happen. You're not going to convince me that they didn't know what prejudice was and the issue with racism. So the problem that I have is they seem to keep blaming this racist prejudice past on, oh, they were young. And I just think that it's absolutely unacceptable. And I don't think that it's a feasible excuse. I'm not seeing it. What baffles me is that we continue to support these pop stars, and I'm probably going to catch a lot of heat for this, but that's fine. But we continue to support these pop stars that are blatantly prejudiced and blatantly racist, and we take a blandly worded note typed out and uploaded to social media as an actual legitimate apology. And I just think that is unacceptable in the age of social media where, you know, if you can get online and flirt with your boyfriend to the public, you know, posting pictures and videos, if you can, you know, post a video slobbing down your boyfriend, then you should be able to get online and at your big age and post an accurate video apology / statement on your behavior. I think it's ridiculous, and I think it is high time that we start holding these stars accountable and not being so fickle when it comes to their prejudice and when they're in their racism. I do want to note that I'm all about forgiveness. And when it comes to the Camila Cabello situation and the Justin Bieber situation and the Shawn Mendes situation, I feel like, you know, if these are sincere apologies and if I feel like personally that, you know, they have made changes and made steps towards growing and enlightening themselves and things like that, then that's one thing. But it's really hard to feel that way when it's consistent racism and it's consistent prejudice and you see all types of, you know, evidence out there. And the only apology we get is a note. I feel like if you are blunt, open with your racism and your prejudice, you should be just as blunt and open, if not more, with your apology. And I just don't feel that was the case with Camila Cabello's apology. Sorry. All right, guys. So that is all I have to say on the Camila Cabello racist and prejudice comment situation. If you agree or disagree, that's fine. Leave some comments down below. Please remember to click that like button, hit that subscription button, and click that notification bell so that you guys will know when I post new content. This is Xander, and I am signing out.